Hi everyone, welcome back to Lessons from the Garden. My name is Soroya and today is February 24, 2025. I am going to do some harvesting, so come along with us. Um, we have some tomatoes that we're going to harvest along with some pak choys and some raspberries. And I don't know what other things are in the garden, but do come along with us. All right, so what I just harvested, these are some Roma tomatoes, or the two that is on the plant, and we're tired of sharing that the plant is not doing so well. The plants are not doing so well. So I'm going to pull the plant out, or probably what I'm going to do is just to cut back because this branch is actually green enough to stay. So I'm going to cut off the main branches, because these are two main branches. And as you can see, some stink bugs are on it. Not sure if you can see, but some stink bugs are on the plant. So I'm going to cut off the main branch from here to here. There's some green foliage up here, but I'm going to sacrifice this part as well because in the middle it's totally brown. So I'm going to cut right off and just leave this part. So I'm going to do that now on camera. Alright, so taking off these branches that are really, really brown. Alright, so we are left with some green foliage down here. And while I'm doing this, as you can see, these are what the leaves are looking like. So I did trim back one tomato plant like that, and it is growing well. So hopefully it continues to grow well. And this one will also do the same thing. All right, so I'm going to continue with the harvesting. These are some gold nugget tomatoes. So this is a gold nugget tomato plant, and they ripen to yellow. So I'm picking all the ones that are really yellow. And these are some cherry tomatoes. Oh, this one split. This one split. All right, we're going to save some seeds from this one. We recently had some rain, so probably that is why that one is looking like that. And to my estimation, this plant is a very prolific plant. Look at the stink bugs. Look at the stink bugs. All right, more cherry tomatoes here. This one was supposed to be a tiny tin, and it is not a tiny tin. All right, from our hanging basket, we have cherry fall tomatoes, and these ripen to red. All right, I got this one, but it will ripen to red in the house. Oh, look at it. I don't know what this is. Look like some stretch marks going on. So in this 2 gallon or 1 gallon water bottle, we have another cherry fall tomato plant. So you can grow in any size containers. Some of the fruits will be smaller than some, but you're getting your food And we do have some tomato plants that are very young, so when once these are removed, we will put those in the place of these bags. Alright guys, we have some lovely greens here and we're going to get some spinach. And look how wonderful these are. I'm just going to cut it right here and then take off the leaves when we go inside. Alright, so these are pretty massive. These are pretty massive. Look at this. Alright, so this is pretty good and very organic. So big these are? Huge. I'm going to take this factory as well. It had some damage. And these leaves will compost in place. So as you harvest, so I'm going to give you some tips along the way. As you harvest, and there are some leaves that are not looking good. Once they're not diseased, you can just put them back in the bed and they will compost in place and add some nutrients to the rest of the plants that are inside the bed. Because in this bed we do have more spinach plants. Some tomato plants I need to cut back again so that they can regrow and look wonderful. That is one at a time. This one needs to be removed completely. That bed over there has some peas. They're not doing so well in this bed. So I'm going to use them as green manure and then also put additional compost in and use the bed for greens. Alright, so I'm going to get this packed as well. Alright, so this one is looking much better. Another tip that I'm going to give you is that when you remove or when you harvest your produce, you should have some more growing to put in the container as you harvest them. So after we harvest, we're going to replace the empty containers with some more seedlings because we do practice succession planting. So you want to do that as well so that you have food all year round. This is a pretty packed one and we have more to harvest. We're not going to take all of them today because we do like to take them when we're ready to eat them. And one other tip that you can also do to get your food or get more food to maximize your space is what we call companion planting. So in this container, look at the size of the container. We do our pak choy here, and in this container as well, we do have a cucumber plant running along this side. There are some blossoms on it, so hopefully we get some fruits. So that is another tip. You practice companion planting to maximize the space. So more than one food in the same container. And you'll get more food that way. In terms of harvesting more food that way. Alright guys, so in this bed we do have pak choys. I'm going to remove one of them. And this is the one that I'm going to take out. And probably this one as well. Yeah, so these two I'm going to remove. Not sure what this is, but I'm removing it. Alright, so we have I love the set of pacture here. I'm going to take some more from one other container. All right, one other tip that you can, that will help you to grow your food. As you notice, this container is a self-watering container. So once you water, the excess water will go in this section, and this can last for up to about 5 days to a week. You don't have to be watering every day, especially in our climate. But these containers are pretty expensive, so you can see if you can buy one or two of them to help you maximize your time. All right, so I'm going to remove all the packages from here, and then I'm going to replace it with some seedlings that we have. So let me show you seedlings. Don't mind the weeds. There are some packages seedlings in that container that I'm going to pull and replace it. One other tip that you want to do, that you really want to do, it's always best to grow organically, because you know what's in your food. And what you can do to help you with that is to use kitchen waste. Alright, so your greens, whatever you use from your kitchen, that whatever you're cooking and you don't need, like the peelings, the from fruits, from vegetables, the works, you just put those down, and then you can add them to your soil and you'll break down. For the eggshells, you will want to blend those so that they can provide nutrients as quickly as possible to the plants. So you have to break down the eggshells. So our container is actually filling up nicely. And in the middle of this, we have a tomato plant growing. Don't remember the name of this tomato plant. Hopefully it will give us some fruits. Oh, there were actually four. Oh, okay. There were actually four plants in here, but there were only 3 plants. All right. So I need to replace it with 4 plants. So the container will be filled again with 4 more plants, and the cycle will continue just like that. Guys, I've never seen anything like this where the plants will turn brown and then after a while it is producing new foliage, and these are our potato plants. So hopefully by month end March we'll be able to harvest from the containers. I know that this one did not produce any, so I have to replace. I have to actually get a potato, which I have one in the house. I'm going to put one in it right now after we're through harvesting. Just taking out the wheat a bit. All right, the reason I'm here is to harvest this amaranth. So this is our second time harvesting from this plant. I'm going to let the others remain, so these are pretty young. But look at how big the leaves are. I'm thinking this is a mammoth amaranth, right? We call it callaloo in Jamaica, but you know it as amaranth. So this is the green version, all right? And there's something in the middle of it. Right, so we do have some bug activity here. So I'm going to remove this part here because there are some bug activities going on. There are some worms in there. So I'm just going to take out this middle part. And then we will have this to eat. Oh, there are some young sting bugs on it, guys. Can't get rid of them. All right, we're good to go, I think. we're good to go. Alright, so our pan is overflowing with love. Alright guys, we did get quite a number of food or produce from our garden, just from our very small backyard garden. So we're encouraging you to start that garden one container at a time. Today we have harvested some amaranth, some pak choys, and different varieties of tomatoes. Now you can start that garden too, just one container at a time. Alright guys, so do start. We're encouraging you to do that. We want to say thanks to our subscribers and for our new members who have come on board, our new subscribers. We do appreciate you. Thank you for sharing our content, watching and liking, and also commenting. We are enjoying those comments. We will see you in the next one. Bye-bye for now. Alright guys, so we closed out the video. I forgot to harvest this vegetable, and this is a radish. Not sure of the exact name of it, and we are going to eat the leaves as well. So that's another tip. If the leaves are edible, do that, don't throw them out. So radish leaves are also edible. All right guys, bye bye.